Hey friends, welcome to the Planet X2 channel. My name is John. On this channel, we talk all things physical media, movies, music, and books. If you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and subscribe down below for more of that kind of content. Friends, this is part 4. Huck has released a very, very cool challenge. The first part was movies A to Z, then 25 actors, 25 actresses, and part 4 is 25 directors. You're stranded on a desert island. You only have 25 films for each of the parts, and you can't have the same movie, pick the same movie twice. So I've already done the first 3 parts. This is now part 4. This is directors, 25 directors, and then an ensemble. And anyway, I've been loving watching these videos that everyone's posting. Huck, thank you once again, friends. All his information will be down below. Check out the links to Instagram and to YouTube. Participate in this challenge. It was a ton of fun. So friends, here are my top 25 directors. All right, so here are the 25 directors. First one is Tim Burton, and it's a film that I love. It's fantastic, Batman. I will say what I love most about Tim Burton is a lot of his films with Johnny Depp were the color of the faces. I love the contrast of the just really, really pale faces and then the colors he uses in those films. I love that. But this one, I got to go with this one for Tim Burton because I love that Batman film. Next one will be J.J. Abrams, and it is a film that I was really nervous about, and because I thought they were going to ruin everything, and then he didn't. It was so great. And Star Trek. Really, really love this one. I love this one. I like the second one. The third one, it's fine. But that one is fantastic. So J.J. Abrams, I'm taking him. Next one is Michael Mann. This movie is brilliant start to finish. It's one of my all-time favorites. And that's Heat, killer cast, killer story, everything about it is so, so good. Next one is really difficult because I have a ton of his films and he just put out such gold, but it is Frank Capra, and the film I'm choosing is Mr. Smith Goes to Washington because I get more James Stewart and I get more Jean Arthur. And so anyway, Frank Capra, going with that title. Next is what a lot of people say is the greatest film ever made. And so we're going with Orson Welles in Citizen Kane. I don't have the Criterion edition. I have this one, but this one's just fine. And anyway, Orson Welles, Citizen Kane. Next, I'm going with Christopher Nolan. Dark Knight is my favorite Christopher Nolan film, but I've already selected that one for Heath Ledger because Heath Ledger was amazing and I wanted that one. So we're going with a different one. This one, I love it. Visually, it's stunning. It's so creative. I can't tell you what it's about because I'm so confused watching it, but I loved watching it. And it is Tenet. I think it is so, so good, but I don't know what it's about. Let me know in the comments below what this is about. I love it, but I don't understand it. Next is Alfred Hitchcock. I don't have a ton of his stuff. I do have some, not a ton, but this one is my favorite that I've seen, and it is starring again James Stewart. It's Rear Window. So, so good. I have to have this one with me on the desert island. Next one is a director who I really love. I have a bunch of his stuff in my collection. It's Preston Sturges, and this film is really, really fun and stars one of my favorites, Claudette Colbert, and it is The Palm Beach Story. This is the Criterion edition. It's fantastic. I love the artwork on this one. Preston Sturges. Next one is a John Hughes film. I saw this one. I'm not a huge 80s guy, but I saw this one a year and a half ago and absolutely loved it. And so thankful to finally have seen it. And it is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So good, so funny. Has to be with me on this desert island. Next is Steven Spielberg. And this film is one that I watched growing up as a kid, so it's got to come with me. And it's Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. So I'll be taking that one with me. So good. Absolutely love it. Next one is a George Stevens film. I have a bunch of his stuff in my collection as well. This one deserves a Blu-ray release. It doesn't have one. I wish it did. And it is The More the Merrier. With this one, I also get some Joel McCrea and some more Jean Arthur and Charles Coburn, who I actually really love his stuff too. But anyway, The More the Merrier, George Stevens. I'll be bringing that with me. Next is another director who I have a bunch of his films, so it was tough to pick from it, but it's Howard Hawks. And the film I'm going to choose, starring Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant, is Bringing Up Baby. This is a must-have on the desert island. So I'll be taking that one. Next is one that I know it has a Blu-ray release, and I did own it at one point, but I don't like parts 2 and 3 at all. I love the first one, and I found this one with Slip at a Goodwill, and because it feels like it's right for that time that when the film came out, and so it's fun to have it on DVD. So I've got it on DVD, and this one is a Robert Zemeckis film, and it is Back to the Future, and it is a DVD with Slip. I absolutely love this edition of it, so keeping that in the collection. Next one is Peter Jackson. You already know what I'm going with. And it is The Lord of the Rings. I'm not going to divide them up. I'm going to say they're one film in 3 parts. Lord of the Rings trilogy. Peter Jackson has to come with me. Next one, we're going to go with a not my native language. We're going to go with a French film. And this is a Criterion film from 1967. I love it. It's such a cool film. And this is by director Jean-Pierre Melville, and it is Le Samurai. If you've never seen this one, absolutely worth checking out. Don't sleep on this one. This one is a ton of fun. Highly recommend it. Le Samurai is coming with me. Taika Waititi, big fan of his. I love his vision, his direction. I didn't love the last Thor film at all. But this one it might be my favorite film in the entire MCU, and it is Thor Ragnarok. It is so, so good. This one is definitely coming with me. Next, Chaplin. He directed his own stuff, and he's so, so good, and I love this film so much. City Lights. It's coming with me to the desert island. Charlie Chaplin. Another great director who is also an actor, so I have some of his stuff already on the desert island with me, but this is one that he directed that I absolutely love, and it's Braveheart. This will come with me to the desert island. Mel Gibson, Braveheart. This next one is directed by John Huston. I do have a number of his films. This one is from 1941, and it is The Maltese Falcon. So you got to have some more Humphrey Bogart in your collection. So I'll be bringing that one with me. Next one, Ernst Lubitsch. I have a bunch of his stuff in the collection. I already, I believe, have a couple in my other videos picked for the desert island. This one I got not long ago, and it's really fun, so I got to bring it with me. It's Clooney Brown. Really, really good. Highly recommend this one. Next one is M. Night. We're going with M. Night. I wouldn't say I love all of his films, but I do really like a bunch of them. And this one I love, M. Night Shyamalan. And it is Mel Gibson also in this one, Joaquin Phoenix, Signs. Got to bring this one with me. So good. This next film is one by Billy Wilder. Really, really tough to pick a Billy Wilder film because there's so many great ones. And I do already have some in the other videos that I've selected. This is from 1954, and this is Sabrina. So more Audrey Hepburn, more Humphrey Bogart. You can never have too much of those guys. All right, this next one is directed by John Ford, and I have a number of his films in my collection, but this one is outstanding, so it's coming with me. And it is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. You've got James Stewart again and some John Wayne as well. So I don't think I had any John Wayne in this collection so far, taken to the desert island, but we've got it right there. Next one is a film by Akira Kurosawa, and this is a beautiful, beautiful film. If you've never seen it, you've got to check it out. And it's Ikiru. This is coming with me. Great film, and it makes you think. This next one is a legendary director, Martin Scorsese. This is from 1999, and this needs a Blu-ray release. I've complained about this on this channel many, many times. Needs a Blu-ray release. I say Criterion release, and it is starring Nicolas Cage, Bringing Up the Dead. This is so good. Martin Scorsese does an amazing job directing this film, and Nicolas Cage is outstanding. So that's what's coming with me. And last, we've got the ensemble pick. So for the ensemble pick, this stars guys who I don't know if I have any of their films yet in my 4 videos. It is Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon, Josh Brolin, and the ensemble is the Coen brothers, Joel and Ethan Coen, and it is True Grit. This is coming with me. I've seen this one many, many times. Absolutely love it. Friends, those are my 25 directors and an ensemble pick. Let me know what you thought of the picks. Let me know what director I left off my list that you would recommend I add to my list. Huck, once more time, thank you so much for inviting us to participate in this. This was a ton of fun. I really had so much fun making up these 4 lists. So thank you once again. Again, friends, subscribe, follow to Huck and his channel and his Instagram account. All that information is down below. Friends, thanks so much for checking out this video. I appreciate it as always. Take care of yourself. We'll see you next time.